Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I'm VR Player. This is another episode of me talking about work. Ah, my god. So this is gonna be like my work pet peeves list. Because, you know, everybody who's ever worked anywhere, you know, it's not always, there's always things that you like, dislike about a place. And this is gonna be going over things that I dislike. Because, I don't know. Because why not? That's what I'm saying. Alright, so my first pet peeve, okay, I'm not gonna say exactly where I work, but if you haven't figured it out from the first episode, what are you doing? Watch it, and use all the context clues, because it's pretty obvious to anybody who lives on the east coast, or east side of the United States. You know what I'm saying? That is a lot of archers. It matters not. All three of them missed, and I wasn't even moving. But, you know, so I have to go and get carts from outside. You know, I don't want to brag, but I am absolutely amazing at carts. That is, like, when people see me, they're like, oh, this kid's the cart kid. That's not true, but there we go. You're not getting away. That's not necessarily true, but I would like to think it is, because I'm not bragging. I'm seriously really good at this part of my job. But what really annoys me is when I'm out there, you know, they always say, if you need help, you know, just ask, we'll send someone out. Hey, we'll send someone out to help you, and, you know, so on and so forth. You're killing your own people. How dare you? But, see, the thing is, I never need help, because I like to do it myself. I don't want to help, because I like pushing carts. I'm amazing at it. Something happened to my lightsaber. But what really annoys me is when I'm out there, I don't ask for help, and the manager sends someone out there. What are you doing? Come here. Right now. Right this instant. Hello there. But they send people out there to help me. I didn't ask for help. The store isn't, like, suffering. We're not in, like, a cart depression. See, I refer to the carts, like, as, like, an economy. You know? Like, depression, booms, whatever. So, like, a depression is like we are critically low on carts, you know. If enough customers came in at the door in the right second, we'd be completely out. We'd be plumb out of carts, and there's nothing we could do about it. And that also refers to the condition of the parking lot, because what happens a lot of times is people are outside. People take their cars outside and they leave them there, but they're not all. It's not in like a cycle. It's not even. Everybody likes to check out at the same time, so you could completely clear the parking lot, and you'd still be missing like one of the whole 3 of rows. It's just, you know, that's just, we have no control over that, because that's what other people are doing, and I don't have anything to do about that. You just got annihilated. No, don't zap me, please. I'm sorry. This lightning whip is overpowered. But they send someone out to help, even when, you know, you don't need it. Even when we're in, you know, I can handle the depressions by myself pretty well. You know, even like the mild recessions. I'm good in all of the cart. Get out of my house. I'm good at all of the cart scenarios. There's no need to send anyone out there, but they do anyways. And sometimes they'll ask me to go out with people, which is understandable because I'm goated. So you have to understand, the max amount of carts you're supposed to bring in at once is 5. My personal best is 10. It was an ugly 10, but I did it. And I would never do it again, because I'll only go up to 9. But, you know, average. Whoa, almost got me there. I'd say my average per day has to be at least minimum 5 rounds, or 5 carts per round. I never really go under that, and a lot of times I go over it. I always do 6, 7, sometimes 8. Occasionally, if we're in like a really, really bad depression, I'll do 9. You know, the other day we were in like the worst depression I've seen in a while. I did 3 rounds of 9 consecutive back to back to back, so 27 carts in 3 rounds, which has got to be like a store record or something. But my personal best, like I said, is 10. I was originally going for 9. I'm just gonna top my personal best at 8, and then some guy hands me his cart, and I'm pushing 10. So that was fantastic. So even though it annoys me when they send me out there to do carts during like a depression, and they send someone out to help, it doesn't annoy me all that much. Well, it does annoy me, I'll admit, but it's not as bad as when they send someone out to help you, and that person is deadpan useless. What is the ability I'm on? It's the worst when that person, I'm pushing out, I'm out here doing like rounds of 7, 8, 9 occasionally, and they're pushing 3. 2 or 3 carts. I wanna take them into the back room and do what I just did to that guy. You know, it's infuriating, because at that point, why are you sending someone out there to help me? They're not doing anything. If they weren't here today, there would be no loss to the store. You know what I'm saying? And I sound really mean. That's just how I feel. Because that's probably the most infuriating thing. Make sure you check out the trick shot video to see how amazing I am with a bow. That actually would have hit if I aimed a little bit better. Alright, my second biggest pet peeve is when it's, you know, this is just gonna envelop a whole category of people who are gonna yell at me. It's the Instacarters, okay? I get it. The bags have to be specific. Now, see, for delivery orders, I'm less careful because I just put cold and cold, and you know, room temperature with room temperature. Try not to put raw meats with other stuff, so on. But when it's not a, what's the term? When it's not a delivery, when it's a curbside pickup, that's when it annoys me the most, because you can't just bag them that way. You have to put frozen with frozen. So if there's one frozen item, you have to do it completely separate, and it's a waste of plastic. You get what I'm saying? See, I sound angry at all you people for no reason, but it's really for concern of the environment. And you use a lot of plastic on those orders, and it's just, now I sound like a environmentalist snob. What's this? What's the detonator? I'll have that one back. Thank you. Bye-bye. So that's another pretty annoying thing, you know? The Instacarters. That one's a pretty brief bullet point on the list. Alright, the next one, again, it's gonna sound bad, but people who bring in their own bags. I get it, you're saving the environment, and you know what? I appreciate you for doing that. But it's so inconvenient because their bags never stand up. They haven't seen the sunlight in like 30 years, and so they're all just like folded in, and so when you ever try to open them up, the fists of the bag just automatically clench. Where do you think you're going, sir? There is no escaping this. Stop backing away. It's done. Thank you for playing. Once again, that's pretty small, and basically that's a me problem, just being inconvenienced. But you know what? That's what pet peeves are. Another pet peeve. This time it's about one person, and this is definitely one of my biggest ones. I'm not going to say his name, but we all have those people on the job site that we know you think that you'd just be better off without sometimes. This is one of those people. Once again, anonymous. I'll keep it anonymous. But you know, he's not good at his job. And almost to the point where it's bothering me. He never stays late, so I don't ever have to clean with him, which is nice, because if I had to clean with him, I might lose my mind. But whenever he is there, he doesn't do. Now, once again, he just like doesn't do anything properly. Like, he was there, not like super late, but late enough to where because you know there's certain chores you have to do before the night ends, and you have to put out boxes. There's boxes in the back full of plastic bags, and you're supposed to put them like there's drawers under the registers that you put them in. Is someone still alive? Oh, there is someone. Look at you. That's a lot of thermal detonators. Let me save you some trouble. And sometimes you need to get a bag during the day, because when we get really busy, you know, we need to refill more than once per day. And so during the day, one of our cashiers says, "Hey, anonymous name, go get some bags for me." And he does it. He grabs the box, puts them next on the register, which is not being used, puts them on the register next to the person who asked for it, and leaves them there. He doesn't open it. He doesn't put any away. He just puts the box down and leaves it there. Why? What are you doing? And then I had to go and put them away for him. So another thing, now this one applies to not just to him specifically, I mean, and then to other people as well, because there's a lot of people who are guilty of this. Now, you see, I believe when you're working, whether or not you like the job that much, you should do it to the best of your ability. My hands are filthy. But like I said, you should do everything to the best of your ability. And if you're not doing everything to the best of your ability, why even work there? Because I know you might not want to work here for the rest of your life, but you should still be trying your best, you know, making sure that you're making the best of it while you're here, taking away valuable life experiences. And I'm speaking while I'm drinking. Amazing. I would have landed that bottle flip. So carts is not a universally loved thing like it is for me. A lot of people, as a matter of fact, dislike carts a lot. Which is not the case for me. I enjoy carts. It's good cardio. I've dubbed it to myself cardio. Get it? Laugh at me now. Or laugh with me, not at me. Time for my ultimate ability. Just broke my finger. But so, you know, when you get people that are doing stuff that they don't want to, they tend to give it 50%. They don't give everything their maximum effort, like Deadpool would have liked. And so that leads to a lot of people doing the bare minimum on carts, which is like 1 corral at a time, not combining them, not doing 5, doing like 3 per round. And, you know, that just, it's infuriating, 1. And 2, you know, it knows that I don't want to work with that person that much. Wow, he just clubbed his own guy as he was falling. That was not very nice. So this, once again, this applies to more than one person. But one of the things you're supposed to do when you're doing carts, once again, this is just my pet peeved cart list. One of the things you're supposed to do is you're supposed to push them forward. So, you know, have like the cart bay. You push them all the way forward so the customers don't have to walk all the way back to get the carts. But what people do is they don't push them back. A lot of time, okay, yeah, you know what, I got a second one after this to go into. So they don't push them all the way forward. So they just, when I check from inside the store, you know, through the glass doors to see, okay, do carts need to be done? Do I need to go out and do a quick round to help out the slackers? And I check, and I see them back. I'm like, okay, so we're decently full. But then I walk through the doors and I see, oh, we're actually basically empty. They just don't push them forward because they're too lazy for that. And I tend to lose my mind just a teensy little bit when I see this. Just a little bit more of my sanity that I can pour into the jugulars of these individuals. I don't have a problem. And, you know, I have to go and push them forward now because I see that. I'm like, okay, this is an optical illusion. And then once I see how empty it are after I push them forward, I go and I do like 2 rounds of like 7 or 8, you know, to pick up the slack. Now, I have no idea if this, you know, if my managers actually see me performing these heroic actions, saving the store from economic cart depressions. But, you know what, in case they don't, watch this video and you'll understand how much I care, okay? You don't get 3 lightsabers. That's too much. These guys are idiots. Alright, the other thing that annoys me, like most of all, above all, nearly above all, this is definitely up there, is the people who don't go to their cart shifts on time. Now before every shift, pretty much every person does this. They check the book. There's a book up front that, you know, like an itinerary for things. And then one of them is the daily cart shift, which is an outline of everyone who's doing carts in their 30-minute shift for the entire day. So there's basically, so everyone checks this and they should know exactly when they're on carts. Go away, I'm talking. Oh, see, look at that. That didn't work out for you. Alright, now let's duel. That's right, you don't want none of that smoke. So, we are scheduled a certain a particular way. But we're scheduled, so there's a certain amount of baggers. Now, say we have 5 registers open. They're going to schedule maybe 5 or 6 baggers. Alright, so they're going to have a 6th one to, like, any other cleaning menial tasks, stuff like that. Which isn't usually me, which actually it's never me, but they schedule them anyways, so they have them all do all that stuff. But the other 5 are bagging and doing carts. No, I changed my mind. They'll schedule 7 baggers for 5 registers. One again to do the trash. They'll do the trash, and then they'll have the other 6 on registers and carts. Now, the reason there's 6 on 5 registers is because 5 of them will be on registers, and 1 is on carts. Now, if I go to carts at, say, 4:30, I'm out there till 5, which means when I come in, I should see someone getting ready to go out and do carts, or, you know, something like that. And that, like, how often does that happen? Basically never. So that means I have to walk around in there. I could probably just tell them that, hey, you're on carts. They'd probably go. But I never do that because I don't want to, like, confrontation. When you go in there and you look like an idiot when you have nothing to do because you're just walking around waiting for someone to go on carts. And sometimes when I'm really fed up, I say, all right, you're on carts. I'm bagging here. I don't care if it's an express lane. Whoever's on carts, get out of this building and go do carts. I don't care if there's 1 cart in the lot. Clear it, and then figure out something to do with the rest of your shift, because it does not fall on me to pick up your cart slack like I do pretty much every single day. Now granted, I never say any of that out loud. Just the part, hey, please go do carts, because you're on carts. Freaking potions. Dang. Or shish kebabbing. He makes a pretty mean shish kebab. The 3-man shish kebab. That's probably one of the biggest pet peeves. Let's see. And there's some other people there who just dislike me for no reason. I'm pretty sure, but she might be they might be that way to everybody. You know, we're keeping it non-specific. Oh, leave me alone. What a mess. This is very noisy. But I'm pretty sure I talked about the people that dislike me in my other work video that got a lot of views. So make sure to watch this one. Subscribe as well. And we're gonna probably do some outro now, I think. Give me that feet. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, do consider liking the video. Please give me a good old subscribe. It's free. There's no reason not to. It's just a great thing, you know, before I dive off into the water below. It's just a good thing to do, you know. It's free. It helps me out a lot. It really boosts that self-confidence because I kind of, like, really depend on it. That was a joke. I hope you know that. But I would like it to subscribe. That's not a joke. Do that. I'm going to put the end screen, or end card, whatever it's called, for my last video, which was Blade and Sorcery Trick Shots, which actually took me a ton of time, so please consider checking that one out if you want to, because that took a ridiculous amount of time, almost to the point where I almost thought about not doing it. But I did. So check that out, subscribe, and you know what? I'll see you in the next video.